Jonathan Kovac here, the creator, host, and producer of your Timmins Kapuskasing Weather Channel and Storm Watch group on Facebook. You can also follow me on Twitter as well as on YouTube. That information coming up a little bit later on. But first, the scope of our Colorado low. While the low pressure system itself is located just west of the Detroit-Windsor area, pressure gradient just under 1,000 millibars or 1,000 kilopascals, with the warm front that's dividing the central and southern part of Ontario from the north. Freezing rain observed and reported between the Sault, Sudbury, North Bay regions. Freezing rain and freezing fog and gusty northwest winds for the Toronto area. North of this point, Chapleau, Wawa, Earlton, Timmins, Kapuskasing, even areas up towards Moosonee and the Trans-Canada Highway all the way back towards the Manitoba border is all snow and soon to be blowing snow once the slow shifts over towards the east and produces the wind shift. As far as the quick facts go with the storm system, between 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. today, the barometric pressure has been at 30.16 inches or 102 kilopascals, falling very rapidly, as is very common with strong low pressure systems such as this Colorado low. By 8 p.m. we're down to 29.61 inches or 100.2 kilopascals. Going into the 9 o'clock hour, just before I was recording this webcast, the barometric pressure was down to below 100 kilopascals or 29.47 inches already, and the conditions are beginning to deteriorate bit by bit, hour by hour. The winds, not a big factor, sustained at about 10 kilometers an hour with gusts reaching 25 throughout the day today, which is still not as intense that we have to worry about before the blowing snow factor begins sometime during the overnight hours in the Friday morning. From 12 to 8, the snowfall rate was 0.7 centimeters per hour, which brings our total to 5 centimeters by 7 o'clock. And by 8 o'clock, Timmins ended up picking up 3 more centimeters, totals 8 centimeters over 8 hours, which increases the snowfall rate from 0.7 centimeters to exactly 1 centimeter per hour. With the look at the satellite picture now, we can give you a bird's eye view where the system is located. We can see the backward spin just over the state of Wisconsin, crossing over Ontario, and the low pressure system is still dragging its feet and dragging its long front from the U.S. southern states towards the Great Lakes. And we can see these orange cloud tops. There's a lot of convective activity with the storm as it moves or circulates counterclockwise. It's stirring up a lot of heat from the ground and pushing it upward toward the upper atmosphere, resulting in temperature inversions, mixed precip for some areas where we have a window between midnight and 3 a.m. with the risk of freezing rain or ice pellets for the Timmins area. Have to watch out for that. Not to mention, if you're flying between 32 and 38,000 feet between, let's say, north of Toronto to just west of Val-d'Or, there is reports of moderate to severe turbulence as well. Last but not least, we're going to show you 2 radar loops, one going to mid-afternoon between 3 and 5 o'clock this afternoon, showing you the first wave of snowfall with moderate to heavy snow indicated by the yellow cells right over here. That followed Highway 101 west and 144 moving north and eastward, affecting most areas along the Trans-Canada Highway. Highway 11 over here. Some lighter bands of snow affecting the Kapuskasing-Hearst area, but Kapuskasing after 9 o'clock tonight, you got your fair share of moderate to heavy snow. And speaking of which, the peak time is when everyone's going home after work and after school, between, let's say, 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock this evening. We can see yellows. This is wintertime, but we're looking at red cells on the radar picture right over here. Some scattered red cells along Highway 101 west. This is where we ended up picking up over 1 centimeter per hour between 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock this evening. And this is the second of many waves of snowfall that are passing through our broadcast region. And we're still looking at getting 10 plus centimeters during the overnight hours. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll leave you with a template of some detailed observations between Timmins and Kapuskasing. And pending the observations after 9 o'clock after this webcast will depend on how I post those, whether they're text format or through a PowerPoint format. Enjoy your evening and enjoy your snow shoveling.